Hello and welcome to Gameweek 36 Premier League predictions. Two more rounds after this match week to go in the Premier League. Who's getting Europe? And well, that's all that is left to play for in the Premier League. So let's just jump straight into the predictions. And the first game is Fulham taking on Everton at Craven Cottage. Fulham in a bit poor form lately, only beating Southampton in their last four matches, beating Liverpool before that in a bit of a fluky game. Everton bit disappointed not to have won last game with only a 2-2 draw at home to Ipswich. Have been on really, they've lost the last two before that to Chelsea, Man City, but that's not what their season is based on for the Evertonians. Fulham are really out of form. I can really see Everton getting something here, but do they get something? I'm not so sure. Overall, in this one, I am going to back. I think Fulham will just get the job done. I think it'll be tight, but I'm just going to back Fulham 2-1 at home against Everton. Just because Fulham have got a small outside chance of Europe with the likes of Bournemouth for 8th place and Brentford and Brighton. So yeah, I'm just going to back Fulham to win this by 2-1, and maybe Raul Jimenez can get back firing for Fulham. The next game, we go to Portman Road where Ipswich take on Brentford. Kieran McKenna's side just been terrible this season, but they've been the best out of the three promoted sides out of Leicester and Southampton. So they can go down with spirit and pride, and they'll want to go down with spirit and pride and have the final few games at Portman Road, and they want to bounce back from the poor season that they've had. They conceded 3 away at Newcastle recently, 4 away at Arsenal. Getting a decent draw away from home against Chelsea and Everton in that period. So yeah, Brentford 3 wins on the bounce, 4-2 over Brighton, 2-0 over Forest, 4-3 over Man United. They are happy clappers and happy scorers are Brentford and Thomas Frank. Mbermo is likely to leave Brentford this season, but yeah, they should be fine without him, or will they? They maybe need to let go of Wissett as well if they were to be in any sort of trouble next season. But I just think the strength of the Premier League is too much. I'm gonna back Brentford though for a nice away win. I'm gonna back them by 3-1. I think Wissett and Mbermo will run riot in this game and run right round Ipswich Town's defence. So yeah, backing Brentford to win this 3-1. Southampton take on Man City at St Mary's. Southampton still trying to break the Derby points record, and I don't think they're going to beat it here because they're taking on a very informed Manchester City side under Pep Guardiola. Struggled against Wolves at home last time out, though, with only the 1-goal win. They'll be looking to do a lot better here. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I think City 5 wins on the bounce against Palace, Everton, Villa, Forest, and Wolves. Big wins over Villa and Forest in there. So yeah, City in really good form. They always hit form right at the end of the season. Southampton just got to play for a bit of pride at the moment, try and beat the Derby points record. At least they do have something to fight for. So yeah, I'm going to back Manchester City in this one. I'm going to back them by 4-0 away from home to beat the Saints. So yeah, Man City to win this 4-0 in my opinion, and absolutely batter Southampton. And will they break the points record of derbies from 07-08, I think? Wolves take on Brighton at Molineux. Wolves under really good form under Vitor Pereira, and arguably should have got something at the Etihad last week against Manchester City. But they take on a Brighton side under Fabian Hurtzler, who drew against Newcastle last time out. Won my ACCA for my free bets. So yeah, very happy with that. But yeah, Brighton a bit inconsistent under Hurtzler. I mean, 3-2 win over West Ham and then drawing at home to Newcastle with Yaku Minter and then Alexander Isak equalising late on. Probably should have won that game. Brighton did deserve the first half lead, but Newcastle did hit back, so maybe a draw was the fair result. They come up against a Wolves side at Molineux who are really tough to beat. So I am going to back Wolves. I'm going to back Wolves. I'm going to go for another 2-1 home win for Wolves in this one and to get the job done and get over the line against Fabian Hurtzler's Brighton. So yeah, Vitor Pereira's doing an incredible job there. So yeah, I'm backing Wolves to win this at home 2-1, and maybe Cunha and Sarabia can fire for the Wolves. And the 5:30 kickoff is Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. This is a really tight game. Both sides fighting for Europe. If Bournemouth win this, they could definitely get back in that European fight under Andudi Iraola. Beating Arsenal last time out, some Dean Huijsen, who has been linked with Tottenham from a lot of big clubs around Europe. Evan Nilsson also scoring. They've got a very well-rounded team, like Evan Nilsson, Tavernier, Kirkes, brilliant team they do have down at Bournemouth. Deserve to beat Arsenal? Probably not, but they got the job done and they got a nice away win from home. They're unbeaten in their last 5 after that poor run of form. So, yeah. Bournemouth Villa, however, under Unai Emery, beating Fulham last time out was a bit sketchy and bit scrappy, but they got the job done in the end on that one. Yuri Tielemans scoring. Villa do have the likes of Watkins, Asensio, Rashford, McGinn and Rodgers up top, but I'm going to back a draw in this one. I just think Bournemouth's decent form will continue here. They'll grab a 1-1 draw at the Vitality and move swiftly onwards, and maybe, just maybe, they can mount a late push for Europe as Villa's top four hopes will take another dent. Now into a 12 o'clock kickoff on Sunday. Bit bizarre what the Sunday games are doing today, but it is on Sunday. Sorry, Newcastle take on Chelsea at St James's Park. Newcastle drawing last time out to Brighton, of course, and Chelsea beating Liverpool 3-1. They've got the Conference League game tonight against Djurgården. They should win that. Might be tomorrow at the time you are seeing this, but yeah, Newcastle under decent form under Eddie Howe since he's come back from pneumonia. Can they win this? It'd be a tough ask because Chelsea are in fine form after beating Liverpool last Sunday afternoon. Cole Palmer is back amongst the goals as well. Enzo Fernandez, they're all seem to be firing on all the right cylinders at the moment are Chelsea. But this could be a crazy game. But I'm going to back a draw. I just think both sides are in form. Chelsea are in form. Newcastle are in form. I'm going to back a Desmond. I'm going to back a 2-2. Because Newcastle really good at home at St James's Park and Chelsea are on flying form as Cole Palmer is back in amongst the goals. So yeah, back in a 2-2 draw on this one. May seem a lot of draws, but yeah, back in another 2-2 on this one. It's the next game, and it is Manchester United against West Ham. Not the televised one, that's Nottingham Forest Leicester. Manchester United have got the Europa League semi-finals to worry about, beating Bilbao 3-0, but as we saw with Lyon, anything can definitely happen in the Europa League with Manchester United. West Ham in really, really poor form from Graham Potter. Yeah, drawing against Spurs last time out, not a great result for either. Then losing to Brighton with them 2 last-minute goals, they'll be really disappointed. With that, will West Ham United, will Graham Potter get the sack at the end of the season? But their team is absolutely stacked. They still have the likes of Kudus, Wan-Bissaka, Bowen, Paqueta, Soler, Mavropanos and Tadibo and Areola and Gott. They have a really good team, West Ham, so they should be doing a lot better. Where David Moyes got them, they should be doing well. But no, I'm going to back United on this one. I just think they won't be as they'll be tired, but they'll still somehow manage to get the job done over West Ham United. I'm going to back Manchester United to win this by a 1-0 and beat West Ham and put more misery on Graham Potter, and maybe he will be facing the sack pretty soon. Now into the televised game and a bit of a local rivalry as Nottingham Forest take on Leicester City at the City Ground. Forest not in the best of form. I'll just say that they are drawing away at Crystal Palace, losing 3 of their last 5 matches at home as well to Everton, Brentford and Manchester City. That win coming against Tottenham Hotspur and then drawing against Palace quickly from Murillo after the Eze penalty was given straight after. Leicester winning their last game against Southampton, getting the job done, but it's not hard to beat Southampton. Yeah, I'm going to back Forest to win this, even because Leicester are absolutely dreadful, aren't they? Even though Forest are in really poor form at the moment. But yeah, I'm going to back Nottingham Forest to win this. I think Leicester will score. I think it'll be 3-1 to Nottingham Forest. They've got the likes of Elanga, Wood, Hudson-Odoi. They've got some brilliant attacking players to Forest. So yeah, backing them to win this 3-1 over Leicester City in this one. Into the penultimate game we go, and they take on Tottenham take on Crystal Palace in a bit of another local affair. Spurs have got the Europa League to worry about a little bit. Goal difference is a little bit less than Manchester United's one, so they might have to go for it slightly against Bodo Glimt. Tonight saw the fireworks at 2:37 a.m. I'm not sure what that sunset is at 2:37 a.m. But Palace unbeaten in the last 4, drawing 3 of them. Beating Villa at 3-0 in that process in the Cup. Of course, can they win the FA Cup? They'd be a big ask to go and beat Manchester City, wouldn't it? Spurs, on the other hand, really poor form under Ange, but are they sacrificing the Europa League campaign, of course, a bit like Manchester United, and doing absolutely terrible in the league. I hope we get Spurs Man United final. I'd like to watch that, and I'd do a watch along for it. Probably, if I had the time, I will have to double check that. But yeah, Spurs, I'm going to back. Do I back Spurs? No, I'm going to back Crystal Palace away from home. I think Spurs will be tired and then want to focus on the Europa League and get to the final of that as a major trophy for them. So yeah, I'm going to back Crystal Palace away from home to win this by 2-1. Mateta, Eze, the lot. Will be firing to beat Tottenham in this one. So yeah, I'm going 2-1 Palace away at Spurs. And what could have been the potential title decider as Liverpool take on Arsenal at Anfield. This is a big game. Well, it's not a big game. They're both on the beach. Arsenal coming off the 2-1 loss against PSG in the Champions League, of course. Liverpool losing to Chelsea last time out. They're both on the beach. Anthony Taylor's the ref. We're going to get a great game. Not. I really don't know who wins this. Arsenal will want to bounce back. I think Liverpool might want to put a statement down to the rest of the league. I know they didn't really care about the Chelsea game last week, but it's at Anfield. They'll want to get, Arne Slot will want to get, because they are the closest challengers to Liverpool. Maybe Salah can score in this one. It's always at Anfield, so he scores. Arsenal came here last year and did something, I remember. They did all right. Liverpool, I am going to back Liverpool, actually, in this one to get the job done. I'm going to back them. I'm going to back them quite convincingly. I'm going to go for another 3-1 in the predictions, and I'm going to back Liverpool to beat Arsenal by 3-1 in this one, and yeah, put a statement down for the rest of the league and show why they are the champions of England this year. So yeah, back in Liverpool to beat Arsenal 3-1. Thank you very much for watching Premier League Game Week 36 predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Over 96% of you watching are not subscribed, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a like. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll speak to you on the next one. Don't think I'm going to be able to get League 2 predictions out now, but yeah, I'll speak to you on the next one.